I'm here. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping. All right. We here. We here. It's your boy Chaos, and this just our opinion podcast, broadcasting live and direct out here in the Nevada desert. I was told close to Area 51. I'm at the Area 51 Cafe, believe it or not. Yep, this is my chill spot for the night, and this is where I'm broadcasting the podcast tonight. Uh, Shout out my brother Doc Prince. Oh, he'll be on the scene in a little bit. I haven't heard from him yet. But anyway, hope everybody had a nice weekend, good week. You know what I'm saying? As for me, out here running up and down the highway as usual. You know what I'm saying? Like me to do what he do. Like a black man supposed to. Take care of his responsibilities and other things. And that's what I do. Yep. Hopefully, let's see. Cause I don't want to start the topic off and the world just pop up. So let me see. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me for a second. Yeah. What's up, man? What you doing? Oh, oh, okay, yeah. Showtime, bro. Okay, all right. Well, he'll be on in a second. I thought he kind of fell asleep. So I know he early get a little smoke in and get him something to eat. It's over with. Anyway, as y'all can see tonight's topic, the ignorance of most black men. You know, last week we did one on the ignorance of most black women, and this tonight is going to be a lot different than what we did last week because it's going to be some things that we're going to talk about that's never been really discussed in today's society. One of the things that never been discussed is why we are in the conditions that we are in and why it's so hard for black women to understand our condition in this generation. Yep, all day, cuz, oh, what's going on, cuz? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't leave our brothers out. Can't leave the black men out. You know, we did the sisters last week. Gotta do the brothers this week. But mainly everything that we're gonna talk about is just gonna be why black men are in the condition that they're in today's society versus how it used to be back in the days. Because a lot of young folks really don't understand or really don't know how a lot of us that are 60s, 70s, and you know, 60s and 70s babies, or hell, even 50s and 40s babies, how we did things before the 21st century came about. See, let me see, man. The music so loud. Hold on a second, y'all. I know it's still coming up on speakers. Pretty good. Put this down just a little bit. Yeah, okay, right there. A lot of young folks don't really know that, you know, when we were young, we knew how to do things on the outside, like cut grass, you know, do yard work, help our mothers, grandmothers in the garden. You know what I'm saying? We did things that most of the young folks don't even have the mindset to do in this day and time. And the reason for that is because a lot of these women, so-called women, where they mothers, teach them the opposite. And tell them, you know what? I don't want my son learning how to do none of that shit my daddy and them used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I want our son to be how I want our son to be. I understand that. But sometimes, ladies, you cannot raise a young man to be a man, no matter how hard you try, because it's not destined for you to do that. You're doing nothing but raising another offshoot of yourself. That's what you're doing. You're raising a man that looks like you're raising him. He looks like a young man, but he's gonna have a mindset of a woman. And when they get out here in Western society, they start acting just like you in man form. So a lot of times when y'all say ain't no good men out here, you got to get an understanding why there ain't no good men out here. Why are the men acting like y'all act? Well, sure. Y'all say y'all independent. Y'all can do everything by yourself. You raise your boy by yourself. So they go off of what you basically put out. Like they say, the tongue is a motherfucker. You gotta be careful on some of the things that you say and do. Plain and simple as that. So, so you know what I'm saying. You gotta be very careful on the practice on the preaching that you practice, because you could bring up a situation that's gonna get you in a lot of trouble with your child in society. Without further ado, my brother Dark Prince is in his house. What it do, bro?
Good family. You already know what it is, bro. Hope everybody's weekend's going safe. I'm hoping everybody that made it in and ready for Monday morning, because that's what's gonna happen anyway. But anyway, I'm
Yeah.
having a good time over this way, so just looking forward toward the week. I'm feeling pretty good and optimistic about things, so I'm in a good space. I'm in a good space.
That's good, bro. As for me, I'm still trying to get this goddamn sinus cough out of my throat. I've been shout out to my female friend Yolanda. She's a nurse. She told me to gargle with some Listerine, because that Listerine got acid in it and it'll eat it up. So that's what I've been doing. So far, so good. Doing so somewhat. So, but anyway, I really didn't want to get too deep out in the subject matter because what I told you we were gonna talk about. The
Yeah,
ignorance of most black men is the topic,
yeah.
right along with strong black men versus simple, simple-minded black men, simps. And why are masculine black men so hated? So let's talk. Let's go in on the ignorance of most black men. Why are most black men so ignorant, bro?
Well, as we've been talking, you know what I'm saying, as we usually talk, I should say,
Mhm.
environment plays a big part, you know what I'm saying, it shapes a person and their mentality on how they think about things. And most of us feel hopeless about things, especially now. But it's going to take a strong minded individual to look in the mirror to find that inner strength to make sure that they stand on their principles 10 toes down. Because right now, it's attack on anything that's right. Now, at the
Yep.
forefront, the feminism, but basically behind the scenes, anything that's truthful, anything that's helpful is being attacked. So we right now, you know what I'm saying, have to take a look in the mirror and say, do I want better for myself? Do I see value in myself? Because that's basically what it's coming down to. Most of our men don't see value in themselves. That's why in all the hood movies, we call each other my nigga, and at the same time, about to blow somebody's brain out, we call them nigga. That don't make sense to me. But it lets me know that you're in a mind state whereas you're on automatic and you don't know it. Because you've been programmed to destroy, you know what I'm saying, your race. So the ignorance in that is that you need to understand that there's a system at play that's playing you. Once you can understand that you're being played in a system, then you start to look at your people different. Because they will be your people then.
Yep.
It will not longer be as far as, you know what I'm saying, we just niggas and, you know what I'm saying, these hoes running around right now. Because basically that's what the world says we are. And the funny thing is we've been playing up to it.
Yep.
It's called accountability. Now, we talked to the women last week about things. So now we're going to talk to the brothers.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, with this feminism thing being so big right now, I think this was their ace in the hole. I was talking to my brother earlier about it. And it looks like, you know what I'm saying, they've hit the lotto with this one. Because they got women on a pedestal so high right now with no accountability that men are now starting to follow along with them. Now, fellas,
Yep.
Naturally, you were, you know what I'm saying, divinely created to lead. Now, if you're not putting yourself in position and your purpose, you know what I'm saying, to be a leader in your own life, it's not going to translate over to nobody else around you. You got to first start with yourself.
Church.
So keep your purpose first and foremost on your plate. That's the only thing that you need to be worried about. Because the crazy thing is, we was having a conversation earlier, but in relation to that is that when you're chasing after the wrong thing, it's going to put you in a wrong space. And you're going to always be frustrated emotionally. And as men, that's something that's not supposed to be happening because we're supposed to be the logical thinkers of the planet.
Yes, sir.
So when you're getting tired of emotion, whether it's with another brother or a female, and you're emotional about it because I ain't got pissed off, you're gonna come up off your square because you're not cool-headed and you're not rounded out as far as, you know what I'm saying, my decision making right now. You're moving off of impulse. And what they call it in court, people, is temporary insanity. So when you're in temporary insanity mode, that means you're not even thinking clearly. Now, the crazy thing is they want you to be in that mode right now because you're going to be destructive, which is what the system is out about already, making sure we stay destructive amongst each other. But whoever's left over after the chaos is over and it dies down, that's the one we hauling off to jail for football numbers. Y'all know I'm not lying.
Yes, sir.
So black men, you're going to have to take some accountability as far as saying, do I have value in my own self? That's what you got to look at. Do you have value? You have to tell yourself that. Because if you don't see it in yourself, the world, you know what I'm saying, they're going to definitely reflect what you see, which is nothing. So you'll be following behind the feminism train, trying to get on board. And the train ain't stopping for the men. They running behind it, trying to jump on. Kind of like, you know what I'm saying, we used to watch Cowboys and Indians when, you know what I'm saying, they robbing the stagecoaches and they ride up on horseback beside and start hopping on. That's what the men are doing. They're trying their best to hop on the train when the thing about it was the train's supposed to pull into the station and everybody gets off to go to their place. And that means the man, they're going to follow the man wherever he's going to lead. Not that the train's running anyway. So until the men decide to have a backbone, until the men decide to take, you know what I'm saying, that their lead as far as the natural born direction of the planet. If we look at it, people, how many women that are in these cities, and we talked about this earlier, outside of the show here, me and my brother, how many women, you know what I'm saying, that are males of these big cities and it's chaotic in the city? Because the thing is, the women are telling us they don't want a man and they don't need a man. All right? That's what they got going on right now. We don't need to be worrying about that. What we need to be paying attention to is what is your purpose and your role as a man on the planet. Build up your kingdom, kings. Because see, when you build up your kingdom, you ain't got time, you know what I'm saying, to be chasing after the female. But once you get the kingdom built, this is who the same females that you're trying to chase after run after. Put yourself in the top 10, 20%. I remember the late Mr. Kevin Samuels was saying the same thing about it. If you're not, on top of your game, don't expect, the team to be at all-star level with you.
Yeah.
Because see, these females got it in their heads, they have no value, but at the same time frame, and when I mean having no value, it means that you're letting yourself go, and the streets are continuing to play with you. If any women are listening right now, it's not a bashing thing. I'm just telling you exactly how a man will see you.
Well, see,
so if you're go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I'm sorry.
You got a point right now. I want you to lose.
I was just gonna say, you brought up Kevin Samuels, and I got a video on Kevin Samuels talking to a young sister about how she left her husband, who was 50-some years old, because he had cancer. Just listen to this video.
How old are you?
31.
And your ex-husband did what?
He's a doctor. He's a psychiatrist.
And how long ago?
This was crazy.
How old are you?
31.
And your ex-husband did what?
He's a doctor. He's a psychiatrist.
And how long ago were you married?
Up until 3 years ago.
How much older was your husband than you?
We'll say 35 years.
So he's 53.
Currently, yes.
Why'd y'all divorce?
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
He became mentally, emotionally, and financially abusive.
He took care of you just fine up until he got sick.
Correct.
And then when he was fighting for his life, you became a snowflake. Did you have to work when you were married?
No, but I chose
No, you didn't have to. No. You chose, but you didn't pay no real bills. You didn't have no skills. Knock it off. I'm gonna be honest, ma'am. This is a whole mess. So even the way you're talking, it just sounds like, ugh. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
How much do you weigh?
180.
Goodbye.
I see. That's what I'm talking about right now. We got people on this planet that are not pushing themselves to be the better them, but expecting you to be the best you. See what I'm saying, fellas? You need to be doing it anyway for yourself. Because the thing about it, at the end of the day, if you ain't doing something for yourself, then you're chasing something else. And you're doing it for that. That's it. Either you're doing for you or you're going to be doing for somebody else. And we need to take accountability and have a backbone to say we're going to take the lead and make sure, that we're going to be strong men. And the way you do that is you got to stop being Simpson running behind them. You got to start getting focused on your business. When you're starting to be focused on your business, everything's going to be, you're like a magnet then. Everything, attracts to you now. Because everybody sees the power position that you're in, men and women. And then they want to aspire to that. They may not tell you that, but this is what we want to see in our community. And this is what the females, why they run after the ballers, why they run after the bad boys, run after the period boys, because everybody in those categories is probably doing the best they can in their field. Whether they tearing up the hood and making everybody scared, or where, they the freshest flyest thing out there on the block. Either way, the female's gonna be like, that's what I like to run after. And so if you the ones that's running behind them, guess what? Them the same ones that's gonna be checking out the folks that I just told you about. Because they on top of their game and they ain't caring about the female because they don't look at them as valuable. Yeah. And when you have a track record, when they have a track record and they're not valuable, and just say, okay, let's put it like this, fellas. We get together on a Friday, Saturday night, just hanging out. And you tell us, guess what? I met such and such. We'll say her name, Leanne. We'll say Leanne. Her name's Leanne. All right, you tell us about Leanne. Now, while you tell us about Leanne, say, some of the fellas.
That's my little sister's name in real life, though. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, not in relation to, family, but you telling us about your new girl, Leanne, that you met. Now, you notice while you telling us about her, some of the fellas started to say, you talking about Leanne from the West End? Light skin? Yeah. Got the hazel eyes? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know who it is. And everybody's starting to chuckle. You want to know why is everybody chuckling. Now, if you're from the hood and know what's been going on and you've been in the game for a while, you know why everybody chuckling. They already had that same woman.
Yep.
So if everybody else can have the same woman, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. And ladies, if you're on here listening, let me go make the distinction now. You have there's wifey material, whereas you've been acting that way and you just wait for the husband to find that. And then you have hoes. The hoes is for everybody. So if you continue, you know what I'm saying? If you have, fellas, if you having a female out there that's running around and you got to check phone, you got to wonder what's going on, believe me, them the hoes.
Yep. Yep.
So that's the whole thing about it. I'm talking to fellas tonight. So that's the thing about it. You need to leave that alone and just focus on your business, bro. That's what you need to be doing.
Yep, exactly.
It's a lot going on out here right now, but I'm gonna yield back from right now. Let me get this rolled up.
Yeah, well, said some real shit right there, as always. And that's the thing that got us, you know, in a line of state of confusion, because we really don't understand that we've been literally brainwashed and conditioned to think that it's okay to just literally get in our feelings emotionally, but we don't even know why we like that. And I'll tell you why we like that. And I said it before the show. A lot of y'all women who say y'all don't need a man out here raising these young men by yourselves are the reason why this society is complaining about ain't no good men out here. Because you raising these no good men to get out here in these streets and act just like you. All upset, emotional, scorned, and every damn thing. Because I listen to a lot of these young guys, and some of these guys you can't even talk to. Because they already got in their mind, hey, no nigga can't tell me nothing. What that sound like? That sound like these new generation females. No
Man, let me just tell you how it is. All right, fellas. You know why feminism is so outrageous? And I was talking to my brother about this before the show started. See, when you go back to a biblical standpoint and the way he designed the family, he put the man as the covering over the woman. The covering people was just to make sure that the woman had an anchor, that she was grounded. Baby, you know what I'm saying? There may be too much of this. Maybe there's a little bit too much of that. Don't do this here. It was a check, you know what I'm saying, to make sure, you know what I'm saying, she stayed in standards with the unit of the family. Feminism say, I don't want to cover over my head. I want to run rampant. And see, this is what happened when feminism runs over, and they don't have a man as a covering over them head as far as being a grounding standpoint for them, an anchor system for them. This is what we're talking about, ladies. An anchor system for you to make sure you don't be running rampant out there. Because the thing about it, you want a strong man to tell you, you know what I'm saying, nah, don't do that. I don't like that. Because the thing about it is he's going to back up his actions on everything, and you know it's going to be 24 karat. But now that we're in a situation where, as generations later, we have a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, women out here now that's going on with the feminine movement, because the thing is, they have been taught from mother and grandmother, which are two close generations, not even spread out about 50 years no more, whereas it's all about you in the bag. Now, if things get economically worse in this country, and you really have to be out on the front line by yourself and do the things we have to do when it gets nasty out here, you're going to be running the folks. But that's neither here or there. Point blank being this, man. The women already got an agenda. That's called feminism. We need to have our agenda getting back to what's called manhood. And don't worry about nothing else. Do the things as men used to do. And continue on with that path, because it's a dying breed. Because the simps right now, they the ones that continue to be the motor that powers this thing called feminism. So that's the problem I have with the ignorance of our black men, is that you're being the motor to power this thing called feminism, because you keep running behind it and supporting it. You're chasing after. Get out there, you know what I'm saying? Stop chasing in the car, hit the brake, and start to lead again. Now I'm going this way. I'm not going where y'all going. Because right now, everything is chaotic. And that's because ain't no men leading no more. And I'm not talking about no good people. I'm talking about disciplined men. Men that like to research. Men that have an understanding about family unit. Men that has a moral upbringing and compass inside of them. Those type of men. So if we don't have those type of men in the near future, you know what I'm saying, putting themselves present, then the thing about it is there's gonna still be passport bros. There's gonna still be, you know what I'm saying, feminism in this movement, and this country's gonna get tore apart. I give it the next 2 to 3 years, you're gonna see it get worse than what it is. I'm willing to bet. And while you get on top of your dean men and handle your business in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll start seeing more of the women start to gravitate back to, you know what, it ain't even about, you know what I'm saying, me being jealous. We need somebody that understands what's going on as far as our race, know what my problems are personally. Because that's the only people that's gonna be able to communicate, is just those that are like people. And they've kept us divided for 4 centuries now. So it's time, black men, to start leading. And the only way you do that is that you work on you every day. Those actions that you do by yourself daily, the world sees. That becomes character. I'm gonna yield back so I can roll up.
So, well, let's look at this video off TikTok where this woman describes about her needing a man or not needing a man or some shit. She sounded like she was confused. Let's check this out.
The men on the flip side don't want a woman that's saying, I don't need you. Ooh, I make my own money, so what do I need you for?
But wait, can I ask you a question? What is the problem with I don't need you to function in my life, but I do desire you. I do love you. I do want you, but I do not need you to
Oh, SD, what's up, SD? So
you talking that up on the humble, because that's not Trip. That's and a lot of times I don't even fall in line with the traditional conversation, but like that's not how that badge gets worn.
Okay, how does
that badge doesn't get worn as I don't need you, but I love you. It's I don't need you because you triggered something in me that validated what I thought about y'all all along.
On that. But that's what I'm saying though, man. That's what I'm saying, that our women are thinking this way. So my thing is, you shouldn't even be chasing after that, because it's not at a mental state where it's, I want to talk. It's telling you this is what I'm doing. And so when an emotional woman is telling you this is what I'm doing, she's on that train and riding it out. You're not gonna be able to stop that. So the thing is, to get the attention is you stop giving attention. Any woman, that's their currency, man. You got to stop giving these women attention. Cut it off and work on you.
Yep. Because chances are they literally telling you, goddamn, I got this whole situation knocked out. Me and I know what the hell I'm doing, and ain't nothing you can tell me, ain't nothing you can show me. You know what I'm saying, that I already don't know. But at the same time, you got a young sister in Dubai right now trying to get home to Texas and can't because she was thinking the same way this woman was thinking on that damn thing, on that podcast. To the point where she got this shit all mapped out and nobody can't tell her nothing. And then you see the guys, they giving her the thumbs up behind that. Which goes into the next topic. Strong black men versus simp black men. Bro, when you think about the strong men versus the simp men, what comes to your head on the strong side of the game?
Men like Isaac Hayes, men like Jim Brown, men like, you know what I'm saying, the late Malcolm X, men like Marcus Garvey, men like, you know what I'm saying, Huey P. Newton.
Yeah.
These the people, you know what I'm saying, they were men's men for me, because think about it, they stood about principle. And we don't have that no more. We don't have that no more, because if you had principles about yourself, the thing about it is you already know what I need to do. I need to be head to make sure that my kingdom is good, because you're thinking about the betterment of not only yourself, but your family. Because we're hard, as ladies, if you're out there listening, let me just tell you something. We as men, we are hardwired to take care of our family. That's why we're getting up, working hard, putting in, 70, 75 hours a week, because we're thinking about not only ourselves, we're thinking about you and the family. That's our whole thing talking. Crazy thing is, on the flip side of that, is that when you're doing your independent thing, you're not going to give the man not $1 of that. That's how it's uneven already. But we're not talking about that. We're just showing you that the thing is that the dynamics in the relationship are way off as far as us trying to make things happen, because we all we got. Now, I'm also seeing some videos out that's been popping up lately where there are women on there talking about, now that I did the independent thing, I'm lonely. I'm upset. I'm crying, and I'm thinking, well, this is exactly what you asked for. If you push people away, eventually they're gonna get the message and say, okay, I'm gonna stay away. Don't ask the question why you don't come back over them. But I mean, that's just a piece of that.
The how of the tongue is a motherfucker.
Yeah, it is. But our men got to understand that right now, you need to be working on you. The world needs to see us, the men being serious about their business, because you're trying to get back into power positions. We lost that. We used to be kings, governors, generals, architects. That's what we lost. So right now, we need to be filling these positions right now. The best time to move right now is when the country's burning about on the way down. Because the new regime coming in, they're going to need people in place to have these things taken care of as far as problems, solutions, and answers. And my thing is, everybody I know that we're talking to out there is talented, especially our people. And I know you got a latent skill, or even if it ain't latent, you know about it, but you sleeping on it because you're like, nah, it ain't going to work. Yes, it will. But you need to be working on that, man. You need to be working on that. And the way you do that is like, well, I don't know where to start. Start out with step one. What do I need to do to get this thing started? And start writing this stuff down. Get you a plan, black man. I'm going to yield back right there.
All right. Well, you called out some good names, bro. As y'all can see, we got a picture of Brother Malcolm right here. Brother Malcolm was raised with two parents in the home, his mother and his father. Even though his father died before his mother died, the whole concept was, when he was a little bitty boy, and he was basically left to fend for himself and grow up, for himself, because his mom, she lost her mind and couldn't do nothing with him, so he had to go to an orphanage. And it got to a point where he really didn't get the whole concepts or what they was teaching him, because at that particular time it was segregated, so they didn't give a damn about no young black men back then. They don't give a fuck about them too much now, but it was real worse back then.
Mm-hmm.
And even when Brother Malcolm grew up, he started going into running numbers and hustling and stuff.
I'm glad you brought that. I want to touch on that some more too, right there on that point that you bring out, and I'm gonna hand the wheel back to you. Is that, fellas, this is a prime example, of a reflection of us. What do you mean by that, bro? All right. Well, he did the same thing that we've been doing, and it's a continuous cycle. That's why I know it's a system at play. He did the hustling, he did the pimping, he did the drug selling. He did it all. But once he got his mind together and got understanding of, no, this ain't the way things need to go, and I need to take some accountability as a man and understand who I am. And once he found that out, this is the end product that's going to always happen with our people, a diamond. But y'all got to be willing to put the work in. It don't come easy. It's a daily thing. It's called habit. You have to do it daily so it becomes habit. And once it becomes habit, habit becomes character.
Yes, sir.
I just want all the men out there to start pushing, man, because right now, that's what's needed right now. Instead of standing back and talking about what they doing, we need to be making moves, actions. Actions always speak louder than words, and that's all they do is talking on the other side as far as feminism. We don't want this. We don't need that. They ain't worried about that, because that's an emotional side of talking to things. Logical side, man, let me get my plan together. Let me go and get this money up. Let me get this business started. Let me get these investments going. Let me get this music popping. Let me go and get whatever it is that you got a dream to do, make it happen. That's how you shut down all the haters. Anybody got the naysayers that got stuff to do, because when you come out, you know what I'm saying, the phone booth and you got your cape on, I ain't know you had that. Yeah, I know. Now everybody that you was chasing, they chasing you down. That's how the game go. And I'm going to yield back.
For sure. Well, see, the thing is, the generation of Malcolm X all the way to our generation, you know, the 1970s, you know, in between that time, when Malcolm X was with the Nation of Islam, he spoke highly about black people. Around the same time, Dr. King was preaching nonviolence. And around that time, Dr. King was talking in a different perspective. He was saying, basically, let's try to be friends with the white folks. Brother Malcolm was like, no, we can't be friends with nobody that's trying to kill us and rape us and murder us, hang us in trees and stuff. So at that time, he started really speaking out to the point where the naysayers in the ear, the ones that pay attention to everything, the media, because at that time, Mike Wallace, who was working with CBS News, did a documentary back in the 60s called The Hatred Produced. And he was talking about the Nation of Islam. Now, at that time, that video was showed on CBS. Edgar J. Hoover was notified that there's a black man who everybody seems to follow, and he seems like he's got a whole lot of power because he's got these young black men doing everything that he says to do. Edgar J. Hoover said, you know, we got to do something about this because we don't need Negroes being unified like this because that's going to be a terrorist act. Why did he say that? It's because black unity is what this planet needs. Not just the states, but the whole goddamn world.
Man, let me get in deeper with you. I'm gonna pull up on the way.
Come on,
bro. The sister that we was talking about earlier with the head wrap, you know what I'm saying, dark skinned sister, I'm paraphrasing what she said, but she said it best. When it came down to this guy right here, Hoover, you got to understand, people, we are a wealth-producing people. Understand that part first. We are wealth-producing people. We build nations. These are the skills that we possess, even though you may not understand that. Now, they told him the best way to make sure that these people don't become powerful enough as far as their community is we got to start with the family and break that up. Because see, break up the family is a broken up neighborhood. A broken up neighborhood becomes a broken up community. If the community is broken, we can control them more easily through divide and conquer. This is why the feminism thing is so big and their best Trump playing card right now in this game. Because right now, they racking up all the books, if you would, if we playing spades. They running this on everybody, and everybody's getting their teeth pulled quickly. And if the men don't sign, you know what I'm saying, to put their foot down and say, okay, you know what? We need to get back to playing regular cards like we used to instead of playing this new suit. Black men, we got too much on us already. We got the cops that don't like us. And they've been licensed and authorized to take us out. That's a problem. We got the job situation where we got to fight to get position, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, can't get the hours that we need. They cutting you on that from time to time. Want to know if you're tardy from time to time. Want to check to see if you're in the building, all this. Coming looking for you. You know the harassment we get at the job. Not only that, once we get to the house and the female that we're supposed to have, you know what I'm saying, for our peace, now we got to fight with her because now all of a sudden while you get relaxed, the phone blowing up and it ain't you the one that's texting. So, with all this pressure on us, black man, don't you think it behooves us to do something for ourselves? Don't you believe it's time for you to take whatever dream that you had coming as a kid or even right now, let's make it happen. It's that time right now. Don't nobody care about you but us. And since we don't want to care about us, let's start acting like we care about us. Start loving ourselves by doing for ourselves. And I'm going to yield back.
Right on. I see. Shout out to Cuz. He said, we ain't got leaders like Brother Malcolm no more. Every man for himself. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because of this man right here. He is the epicenter, the gate, the key master to our domain of why our society is shook and destroyed right now. Most people like, well, hell, Elka J. Who is dead. He's been dead for over 50 years. That ain't the point. The damn counterintelligence program document still alive and well. They might call it something else, but that damn document ain't dead. The document is still alive and well. It ain't never went nowhere.
It never will go nowhere because, see, that was what his legacy is, people. It's what you leave behind that people remember you by. That's right. Now, his COINTELPRO, as far as saying that any black messiah that pops up, we're going to get rid of him unless we appoint him. That's the legacy he left. The FBI, that's the legacy that he left. You understand? So when you got this type of, we got pressure on the outside, which is society, pressure on the inside, which is our, so-called loved one, that'll kill off anybody.
Yes, sir.
You need to relieve yourself of all the pressure that's on you, that's against you right now, black man, and get your plan together and work on that and make it happen. And don't tell nobody about what you're doing. Don't share it with nobody. Just when it's done, then you come on out. That's how they got to go. Don't say nothing to nobody. Don't get excited and want to say to something to nobody, even though you probably will. Go to the gym, work that out. Yep. And get back to your work. And then when it's ready, then that's when you come out. Because I guarantee when you come out, they going to see you at Kingstown. Now the folks that you had a hard time trying to get on the phone, they blowing you up now. Yeah, I saw what you said, heard this, that, and the third. Y'all know how it go. Just be patient and do your thing. I'm a yield.
Yes, sir. So let's move right along on the concept of strong black men, going from strong black men to simps. Now, we just got to tell you about J. Edgar Hoover and his counterintelligence infiltration of black men back in the 60s. In the early 70s. His whole concept was to destroy capability of every black man to spoke up for his community that was against the whole concept of white supremacy in that time. See, the whole idea was when the Black Panther Party was created, it taught discipline, it taught how black people should love themselves while wearing natural afros. They the ones started the afro concepts. It was about afros, black beret hats, and leather jackets and leather pants and boots. But they the one created the whole concept of black people start wearing perm and conch, as they used to call it, and wear your straight, natural hair, the afro. Basically teaching you how to love and care for yourself and your family and your people. They seen that as a threat because they know that if the Black Panthers would have basically educated the black community all the way that the United States government wouldn't be able to make no kind of money whatsoever off of the prison system, off of the laws of the land or whatever the case may be, if we was to break it, because we would know it already. And that's what they don't want, because somebody is benefiting off of our stupidity. So when they got to the point when Edgar J. Hood wrote out that memo and they started going infiltrating everybody that was against the government, they went in and then they started going in to take the jobs out the black community, because there were jobs there where the black men, underlying strong black men, taking care of their families, because you had the tire plants, the car plants, you had all these different types of warehouses and stuff where the skills that paid the bills was in full effect to take care of the family. The mother was home with the child, because the man, he made so much money that he can take care of all his whole fucking family with one paycheck. So they figured that shit out, and they said, you know what, get those goddamn jobs at them niggas' neighborhoods, because we finna goddamn destroy this shit, because they think they slick. So they went in there and they destroyed the jobs. And when they did that, the black man had a hard time trying to find work. So in the early 1970s and mid 70s, all the way to the late 70s, they started pushing drugs and alcohol into the black community. And most black men that couldn't find jobs and was hurting, that their wife had to end up being the front runner of the household, because she started getting the benefit of the doubt because of women's liberation. You know what I'm saying? That missed movement and all that old bullshit that they were following with the white folks. So she ended up being the dude breadwinner in the household. Black man, he out on his ass unemployed. So guess what he had to do? To keep his mind straight, he had to start using drugs and alcohol to keep his mind above water, which it didn't help no good. All it did was deteriorate him to slowly dying, which that's what they wanted him to do anyway. So when you hear about the crack epidemic and all this stuff, this was started by the United States government, and it's been documented. It's on paper. All you gotta do is research it. But at the same time, what are we doing about it? Nothing, because we don't know this type of history. We literally just wash this shit up under the goddamn bus, and that's the thing. Because like I say, you know, I hear black women all the time talking about, you know, that was a long time ago. What's wrong with black men now? Well, hell, you got to think about it. It's a chain reaction, a generation chain reaction. Every decade is something new. I mean, because when you had the crack epidemic in the 80s, the late 70s, early 80s, all the way up through the clean up through the 90s, then they started going after the real situation we basically endured the most. Now it's hip hop. Hip hop music was our culture. We tried to have that. We tried to donate that to the point where we had positive music, lyrics, not rap music. They went in there and destroyed that too, the same way they did the neighborhood with the crack stuff. So, like I say, there's a whole big situation that goes on. It's like a damn jigsaw puzzle, trying to piece the parts to try to figure out what the picture is going to look like after you put all the parts together. So now we threw off the whole concept of them destroying the strong black men and bringing in who? The simps. And we're gonna use this person right here as our simp captain. simp woke. Dr. Umar Johnson. Why do I call him a simp? I'll tell you why I call him a simp. The reason why I call him a simp because, you know, Dr. Umar, he's always trying to empower black women to thinking that he got their best interests at heart. I get all that. Sometimes we do need to talk to our black women and empower them the best way we can. I get all of that. But at the same time, you also got to be straightforward with them, too. You can't just sit up there selling wolf tickets and not understanding where to get the tickets from. See, Dr. Umar, he's very good at doing that. because he's not thinking about. He's like he's like that cousin that you don't like in your family, who always got answers for every damn thing, but at the same time his life is fucked up. That's what
he had to beat his ass about 2 or 3 times during a barbecue.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. We either beat his ass or we just play touch football. Take him on the outside. He gonna be the only one gonna get the shit knocked out of him. Everybody else gonna be like, okay, we gonna hit you lightly. Well, that nigga right there, we gonna knock the shit out of him. Because he think he knows everything because he's supposed to be this Donkey Kong conscious or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, and all this old goo ass shit that he talks. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit that he talk, I can agree on, but at the same time, he contradicts himself on a lot of things he talk about. Because see, at a lot of times, back in the days, I was taking over this brother. Even when it came down to that goddamn school that he said he sold the bill. You know? And he taught this school since 2016. Here you are in 2023. He's supposed to have out 3 or 4 goddamn schools made right now. I want to share a video on what this nigga said. He claimed that we are the reason why black women are in the shape that they are in. Let's see what it is. Check this out.
So what I'm saying is, black men, we got to be patient with our women because we created that personality. We created that, and then we want to act like we didn't play a role.
We have to be held accountable for their poor selection.
No, you have to be held accountable. No, you have to be held accountable because they have a poor selection. See, what you're saying, you're selecting a poor mate. And what I'm saying is they don't have much to select one, so of course she's going to end up with a poor mate. And why is she going to end up with a poor mate? Because we as black men are not raising black boys to be the men that our women need. We are not. They out there killing themselves right now. What we doing about it? Unemployed black males, what we doing about it? Pants sagging, weed smoking, what we doing about it? Black men are not raising black boys to be the men our community needs. That is 100% our fault. What I'm saying is she got a right to be angry with us. She got a right to be angry with us.
I understand
we have not been on our job as black men. If the men are the providers, what have we been providing for our community? I'm not speaking you individually.
Yes.
Because you may be a damn good father. You may be a damn good father. You may be a damn good father. But guess what? What are we doing for the community? What are we doing for the children who don't have a father? You don't think the black woman got a right to be angry when she's been raising 2/3 of the kids by herself for 50 years? And the minute she raised her voice, we say she's not humble enough? She had to become masculine to survive the rape, the molestation, the domestic abuse. Are you telling me you can't see how we created that?
I understand that, but she needs to be more
If we was loving our women and taking care of our women, do you think she would be like that? That personality has a history.
If she's picking Pookie and Ray Ray instead of
you're making her a scapegoat.
No, she's picking a scapegoat.
No.
There's good quality men that they ignore.
Why she even got it? Why is there even a Pookie in the selection?
You gotta ask her.
No. I'm gonna tell you why there's a Pookie in the selection.
Why?
Because black men have abandoned black boys and have allowed social media, white media, athletes, and rappers to raise them. That's why she with Pookie. If we never allowed Pookie to develop, she would not have a Pookie. If we're going to be men, the first thing we got to do is take responsibility for why our women feel the way they feel.
I can hear that.
I'm not saying that they're right to disrespect, because even if a woman disrespects me, right? That still don't give me a right to disrespect her because she's still the queen of the community. Even if she's not acting like it, I'm going to give her that respect. But when I hear brothers talk like this discourse we having now, we act like we don't understand.
No,
There's reasons for that shit.
I do understand. Women are so valuable. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think women ground men and help them, propel to the next level. I think men get further in life with a woman, right? But if I'm a hardworking man, but I'm only looked at as resources,
okay,
and then she's ready to jump on Tom, Dick, and Harry because he got flash, he's shining a little bit more, his access to money is quicker than mine. It's kind of hard to have that.
Well, no, one, I agree with you, but that's not all sisters.
No, it's not.
If you're constantly running into that type of woman, then the problem is you, because you're attracting a certain low vibrational energy. Why
not have that same energy for women? You just again, you have
because
demand
we having a conversation as men.
Yeah,
I got I got plenty of interviews with all women where I check them too.
All right.
But as a man, you should not be concerned about what I say to them. No, as men, we should be concerned of what we're going to do to produce a better generation of black males for tomorrow. That's the only, that is where we should be focusing.
Oh, I tell you, that dude there is delusional 101 2023. Delusional. And I say delusional, he clearly says that it's black men's fault. The reason why women are raising little boys by themselves. I just gave y'all an itinerary, rundown on how black men back in the 70s lost their jobs because the government basically went in there and took those jobs out the neighborhoods where the black men would live, which basically destroyed the economy of the black community at that time. You got to think about it. Well, there's no jobs in your area, and they only sidetracking to hire just women, black women, at that, because they already got the memo. Don't hire no niggas, hire a black woman. They already got on that piece of paper on how they gonna basically tell you the story line. Well, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, and then you don't really have to have all this, that, and other to get a job at the goddamn local grocery store or some shit. They want that black woman because it's easy to control a black woman's mind, because a black woman's mind is recessive. A black man's mind is dominant. What a black simp mind can be recessive because he's been raised with one side of the family, and that's a woman. So he gonna go off the same aspect of his mother. And Dr. Umar is a prime example of that, because I ain't hardly ever heard Dr. Umar say anything about his father. I always hear him talk about his mother, which is understandable why he had a mindset that he has. Because, you know, it was a video came out. I thought I had a video, but it was a video. God rest the dead, Kevin Samuels. He was up there talking, and a black woman said, "Mr. Samuels," he said, "Yeah." She said, "Why you don't never talk like Dr. Umar Johnson you talking?" And he's like, "Cause I'm not Dr. Umar Johnson. You talking like you want to sit up there and talk all that queen shit? I'm not gonna say no shit like that, because a lot of y'all don't even know who y'all are. They have the title queen. See, Dr. Umar, he like to color butter shit up, because he's one of those quiet side pimp ass simp niggas who, you know, it's gonna be okay, baby. But if you let you roll your back, you know what I'm saying, I'll look you up, I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Regardless of how you fuck up, you know what I'm saying, you can be the loudest talking motherfucker in the neighborhood. I'm still gonna have your back, baby. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even talk to you and discipline you. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I'm just gonna let you do your thing, because you got fat ass, you got chest, you got nice looking hair, hat and eyelashes on, you looking good. That's his mindset. He's not thinking about that this black woman is scorned, and she's gonna go out here and destroy her goddamn community, being stupid as hell, doing dumb shit, lying, talking about she coming up that she's being raped and missing. Like Cuz just said on the chat, he said, you know what I'm saying, he called him the simp of the decade. He said because he don't like to hold black women accountable for their hookups, which is the truth. He don't like to hold them accountable, because he didn't want to hold Carly Russell accountable for telling those goddamn lies and when she was talking about she was kidnapped and all of those shit. He gonna say some shit like, we don't need to be talking We don't need to be talking crazy to her, reckless to her, because she's hurting and this and that and another. If I see her, I'll pull her to the side and give her a big old hug, and now I'll just talk to her and say, you know, sister, you queen, you know you was wrong, and yada yada yada. See, that simp shit. You see, you know, when women see you doing shit like that, they already know you're a simp and that you'll go for any damn thing. You'll do anything for a goddamn Klondike bar. And this is the kind of motherfucker that's in this society today. And that's the reason why these women can do what the fuck they want to do, say what the fuck they want to say, play how they want to play, etc. Because niggas like this right here is too busy thinking about the pussy instead of thinking about the possessions of her mind. He thinking about the pussy between her legs. But I listen to his goddamn little shitty ass lies and stuff, because he talking about, yeah, who gonna feed me? Who gonna feed the King Kong consciousness when I come to such and such? When I come to your time, you gonna feed me? You gonna give me some good food? Which one of y'all cool gonna give you some good food? All of those silly shit.
Tell you something.
Go on, say what you gotta say, bro. I know you got something you want to say about this dude.
I'm disappointed. I'm highly disappointed because we have people that are educated and intellectually, you know what I'm saying, sound, and yet they decide to dumb that down just for the sake of gain, because feminism is the big thing going.
Yep.
And you're gonna ride the train along with them, and then the whole time, in your earlier speeches back in 2015, 2016, 2014, your whole speech was talking about the oppressive system on why the black man has not been able to make it. We have had black code, we've had segregation, we've had Jim Crow laws, we've had unions put against us, we've got the COINTELPRO counterintelligence program against us, we've got the welfare system against us, we've got the police state against us, we've got other races that's inside being brainwashed against us. Then we got our own people against us. And the worst thing, we got our own selves against us. Now, the last one is the biggest problem that we got. Because, see, everybody's talking about what everybody else is doing. But ain't nobody looking in the mirror and taking accountability for that person.
Yes, sir.
And I believe, it is my sound belief, hand up, if everybody take accountability, we'll get that community that we actually looking for. And right now, it seems a delusional thing to think about. Because for the state of our people right now, as you can see, we're totally divided against each other and at war with each other. Literally. Yep. Verbally, physically, spiritually. In every facet of being a human. We at war with each other. And we think it's cool right now that a trend of one person or one species is supposed to be being raised up on a pedestal, being dominant. It takes two to tango in anything. It takes two to make a thing go right.
Yes, sir. Yep.
There is no championships without the team, people. I don't care who you are.
Yep.
You don't get the championship ring unless you got a team. Now, the best thing is, men, you got to be coach and player. So the thing is, coach, you got to make sure you got a game plan that you're laying out, that you're leading out. So when your woman comes along, this is what we're doing. I'm going to need you to run up here to the top of the key. We're going to do the pick and roll screen, you know what I'm saying? We're going to run that. Now they shut down up, we're going to go to plan A, you know what I'm saying? Look on me for the kick out. Stuff like that. Because see, now all of a sudden, the woman knows, okay, he is leading. He done showed me the plan, and this is what we're going to follow along with. We ain't got that out there no more. Because the men are turning the sips like, whatever you want, baby. However you want it. And that ain't helping us. Because now all of a sudden you've taken down yourself, you stepped off the throne of leadership. And now you're in the crowd following. What king does that? I'm gonna yield back.
That's like the queen bee going to start with the times. You know what? I don't want to be a queen no more. I want to be a worker. That shit don't make no sense.
That's what we at.
And like I say, the real, it's not a diss on Dr. Umar. I understand that's just some silly ass shit you talking, bro. That's all I'm saying. Well, here's the thing. Like my brother Dark Hands just said, it's a damn shame to waste up a good educational mindset so you can basically dialect yourself to think that if I go along with this trend, that's gonna make all the black women in the country love me. No, Negro, it don't work that way.
But see, I done seen this movie before though. Steve Harvey did it years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Biblical.
That little bullshit ass book. Think like a man, act like a woman. And where did that get the black women in this society? No goddamn where. They didn't do nothing make black women go student every day. Because like I say, a lot of this shit that's going on in Western society in this generation, this shouldn't even be a thought. This shouldn't even be nothing to even think about. You know what I'm saying? This should be like a Del Conte jam skit or something. But this is reality that's going on. When you got black women not being accountable for shit, all they can do is just be a woman and get away with shit. And niggas like him co-sign this shit.
Like I say, it's the trend that's going on. Yo, get this fool off the screen. Who we talking about next? Because you started looking at him. You know what I'm saying?
I just sitting there thinking, I was like, what the hell?
Fuck did your little black ass come from?
But
anyway, now the next topic, because we gonna get away from that simp shit, because basically simping is just weak, the weak version of the strong black men. Simping black men is just the opposite. They basically are feminine beta males who co-sign the stupidity of black women. That's what simps are. Anyway, move right along. Why are masculine black men so hated, bro?
Well, that goes back to earlier, you know what I'm saying, what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying, the man being the covering for the woman. Femininity does not want to be grounded. Femininity says, I want to be free and be a free spirit and do my own thing. And they don't understand when you're doing your own thing, you're lowering your value out there, ladies. When you spread yourself out like that, you see, here's the thing. You were made, created wise. When you lay down with this man, you're supposed to bond with him spiritually. That's why you start to take on certain characteristics each other. You start to finish each other's sentences. You're able to laugh at certain jokes that's inside things that y'all don't know about because nobody else don't understand it because there's a bond there. When you start to spread yourself thin like that, you can't bond with nobody. But hey, if the independent thing is what y'all want to do right now, I just thought about a money scheme that I can come up on that's gonna make me get paid off of this that y'all got going on. Now I know y'all like to have the little puppies, you know what I'm saying, and the little, you know what I'm saying, pocket pools and stuff like that. Because I see 30, 40, 50 years up the road, that's where y'all gonna be at. Pocket pool at the house. So I might well go and get your orders now. Tell me what you want, and we go ahead and get those things shaking over that way for you. Because my thing is, might as well. Because that's the only companionship that you feel like I can trust from what I've seen.
Yep.
Now, I like this individuals that you got on here. This is, you know what I'm saying, for those that don't know, I ain't overstepping my bounds though, bro. You go ahead, you know what I'm saying, it's your clip. Go ahead, introduce.
No, but that's joke. Morgan Freeman, I can't get the word out. Morgan Freeman and the late Joe Clark, the original Joe Clark of Eastside High in Patterson, New Jersey. was a strong. This was a strong, masculine black man who basically took control of his high school. And even back in that time, this is like the late 80s, the mid and late 80s, when the whole concept of the drug trade and all this shit started brewing in that decade. New Jersey school, Eastside High, got caught in a crossfire of drugs, gangs, and straight up violence. The white folks couldn't do nothing with them, with the school. So they went in and got the strongest mindset black man in the state. They know they could get their school straight and forward. And when he came there and he didn't back down. He literally cleared that whole goddamn school out there. It was full of drug addicts and troublemakers and everything. Got their ass the hell out of there. It got so bad to the point where the parents was complaining about what he did, stating that he ain't got the right to be doing all that stuff that he did, that they were going to hold him accountable on the shit that he did, and the school superintendent and all of those shit got in the middle of it. It was a big old thing. It became a goddamn, like you do virtual things now, it became a big news story all across the United States. It got so good to the point where they ended up making a TV movie about it called Lean on Me.
You know what?
Because he basically changed the game at their school because they thought it wasn't going to, they thought it was impossible. But this strong black man, masculine man, did that. Go ahead, Earl.
I'm just gonna pull up on the wave beside you. Just to go ahead, you know what I'm saying, talk on some points about this movie. Because see,
yeah, because that's
Joe Clark. Joe Clark, as you were alluding to earlier, you know what I'm saying, was a strong black man mentally. And he understood discipline and principle. Now, what made him perfect for this environment that he was going in is because he understood what caused it at first. He understood that during his 80s time frame, people, even from a historical standpoint, is that there's time to destroy the last remnants of the Panthers, because Huey P. Newton is still walking the streets in the 80s, people. So they know the impact that he will have in this new decade coming on.
Sir.
But back to what was going on. This is what's happening at the time frame. You got this type of resistance from our community saying we're not going to let you destroy us like this. He was one of those forefront people that was also understanding the battle that we was up against, the war that we was about to engage in.
Yes, sir.
And so understand that it was a system that was at play to keep the people down. He became the ultimate tyrant teacher that you could have in a school. He was a thorough principal. He was a thorough instructor. He was rough around the edges, but the thing about it is that's what got things done in his way of doing things.
Yep.
But the beauty part of it, though, people, is how the students responded to his type of leadership and the man that they had never seen in their lives, that was never present in their homes as they were growing up. It gets to the point in the movie, people, that because that he's fighting for the cause and just rights of his people and understand that they're oppressed and trying to keep the oppression from in the school, he chains up the school. If you haven't seen the movie, I'm just putting some spoilers out there. He chains up and locks up all the doors, but he gets caught and gets arrested. Now back to the education part, and when you have a strong black male role model to look up to. He got these students that were once ruffians, riff-raffs, dope pushers, dope users. Turned them into the point where he made them see the value in themselves. Made them believe that they could be more than just what they were in just at that time frame. The whole school went down to the police station and under constitutional law, because they understood their right for real, protested outside of the police station. They had to let him go. That's power, people. That's what J. Edgar Hoover does not want us to get back to, that type of community. Because that's what a black strong role model will do for us in all our communities, help lead the people. Feminism is the anti-leadership against that.
That's right.
I'm going to yield back. I got to roll up, man.
Good words, Rob. Good words. Appreciate it. That's so true. Cuz said, he said on 2,700 students. Yeah, he did that.
Yeah. I challenge everybody, if you ain't seen Lean on Me, check it out tonight. And I bet you're going to see yourself somewhere in the student section out there. Straight like that.
Yeah. And see, that was the whole concept of a strong male figure being in the community, in the schools, in the jobs, the church, you know what I'm saying? You know, at the stores, in the home. Because when you got this type of situation going down, you're not going to expect no more, no less of bullshit going down in your community, because it's going to be somebody that's going to be like, hey, don't you do that. Get your ass somewhere and sit down. Or don't do that. Boy, come with me. Let me show you some stuff. Show you how to do something. Keep you out of trouble. That's what the whole concept, the story of Ike Turner, that was given by us to Judge O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
They painted Ike Turner as this woman beater and coke snorting motherfucker, just always mad and crazy. But this is Hollywood for you, because he's a Hollywood bunch of sissies. They're a bunch of little hack sissies. And they're not trying to promote no goddamn strong, feminine, or strong, masculine black man that's basically making music. Because if it wasn't for Ike Turner, there would be no Tina Turner. He gave Tina Turner that name. She didn't get that name by herself. He gave her that name. But at the same time, we will never know this because we only know what they tell us on the big screen. But well, thank God for brothers like Judge O'Brien, who basically say that's bullshit. Ike Turner was not that guy. He was a guy that motivated us to stay in school, get our education, think about something good to do as far as, you know, jobs and stuff like that is concerned, and talking about how good they was playing and, you know, playing sports and stuff. And bought them burgers and fries and cokes and stuff. That ain't no goddamn, that's not the Ike Turner that they showed on the TV screen, on the movie screen. They showed this motherfucker like he disrespected kids and every damn thing. But, like I say, again, this is Hollywood for you. And they destroyed this strong black man lifestyle. Because when he got out of prison, every time somebody see him, they cussed him out, spitting in his face, talking crazy to him, talking about what he shouldn't have did to Tina Turner. And they don't even know the real full story, because Tina Turner never said that Ike beat her like that in that movie. She said they wanted to add some more shit into that movie to make it interesting. So what the fuck they telling you? They want to add lies, more lies to the goddamn big screen of that movie to make black men look like shit. Just like that movie Color Purple. Now Steven Spielberg been making science fiction films his whole goddamn career. But he co-signed that goddamn Color Purple for some odd reason. And told Michael Jackson that he couldn't do a movie about Africa. No, I don't even want to go there. I'm just going to leave that shit alone. Fuck them goddamn folks. That's all I got to say. Fuck them folks. Straight like that. Fuck them. Fuck it, I don't say it. The motherfucking little hat son bitch told Michael Jackson that he couldn't do a movie about Africa to show black people and African people how beautiful our culture is. How beautiful.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I already know that, you know what I'm saying, the folks on YouTube are probably gonna go ahead and do this, but I'm gonna beat them to the punch. YouTube, I'm gonna do it for y'all. All right, people, just a second. Give me time to flag this video.
Yeah, flag this video.
All right. That should be good for them. Hey, go ahead, bro.
The late Michael Jackson told Steve Spielberg about doing a movie, like a documentary, showing African American black people how usually the African women and men looked and lived in Africa, so we can know how good we are all across the goddamn globe. Spielberg told him he couldn't do it. Well, he can do it.
Now here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part about it. Yeah, because see, in The Color Purple, remember, you know what I'm saying, Nettie went over to Africa. So he was filming it from Africa then. You see how they work? Did you catch that part?
Yeah, but he still didn't get the shit right because he had no one coming back talking German. Hell,
But that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. He took some budget money. He took some budget money to take a few shots from Africa when Mike asked him, no, let me do it the right way. That was the whole thing about it. He told Mike, see, I know you want to do it the right way, now to you. But see, if everybody understands things, Oprah been at the start of this feminism since then.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. That's how she got a goddamn TV show. The old women show.
If you see her character in The Color Purple, that's exactly the trauma that she went through and the reason, and it's the force and power on why she acts the way she does. And now she wants to reflect that trauma onto other women that have been in similar situations. So now we got a sisterhood of jacked up mentalities. And it's the man's fault. I'm going to yield back. It's time to roll up.
He said Africa is not what they portray. It's a beautiful country.
Yeah.
Well, we know that. We know that all day. That's the reason why they didn't want, you got to think about it, Cuzzo. Do you remember back in the 80s, the Save the Children commercials they used to show, where they showing flies all over the kids' heads and stuff, and they show African kids from Ethiopia or some shit? Now, we got the internet. We got cyberspace.
Oh, shit. I got something to tell you, but go ahead. Relates to this. Go ahead, though. Mm-hmm.
Now, we got the internet. They literally, I've seen pictures of Ethiopia, and Ethiopia is not even close like that. They said it's probably one little British town somewhere in Northeast Africa somewhere that's like that. But for the most part of Africa, that's not even a true situation. But go ahead, bro.
Now remember when Sally Struthers was out there, you know what I'm saying, on, you know what I'm saying, feed the kids. I don't remember if you remember the, you know what I'm saying, the commercials back in the
Yeah. Sally Struthers that played Gloria Stick on the Family. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. They were making jokes on Living Color about her.
Now check it. I come to find out through further research on that time frame, now that I'm going back in my year, because 85, 86, I'm in single digits at the time frame until 86. But anyway, they were over in Ethiopia, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Now going back to World War II, Italy was trying to attack Ethiopia at the time frame for the minerals and, you know what I'm saying, and the resources that the country had. They weren't able to do that.
Yeah.
But since the drought hit them, they were trying to get over that way and infiltrate back door through a facade that they was over there trying to help the kids. That's what I come to find out.
Mm. So in other words, they were doing some old Robin Hood type shit.
They was up front talking about we come with gifts and candy for the kids and trying to heal people. But we got, you know what I'm saying, the SEAL teams 2 and 3 in the back door and you know what I'm saying, coming in from the back door side where they don't see things, you know what I'm saying, taking stuff out and trying to get control of the country by hitting outposts, military standpoints, you know what I'm saying, oil spots, things of, you know what I'm saying, of importance, airports, things of that. That's what they're going to go try to go get. So that's what they were doing while they was up front talking about, we need you to send your 85 cents over here because this will feed this kid for all day. And everybody else, you know what I'm saying, looking at the TV, going in their wallets like, yeah, I need to send them something. And back door, they like, we're going to take it anyway. That's America.
Wow. Cuz said diamonds. Diamonds. Okay, good. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, those are minerals there. You know what I'm saying? Natural minerals. And the thing about it, they like, we got to get it. Now, we already know where the term blood diamonds come from because, you know what I'm saying, it don't matter how they get them from it. If some of them got to die, we got to blow some away because they trying to run off with some of them in their pockets. That's what's going to happen as long as we can get them out and get this money for them. And the crazy thing is, me and bro was talking about this a while back. You know how you kill white supremacy overnight? If Africa, which is the richest and biggest continent on the planet, shuts down its borders where nothing comes in or gets out, white supremacy falls overnight. Because now you no longer have resource or access to the resources. So whatever you was getting from it, whatever you got, that's going to be depleted after a while. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, you filling up the car with gas. You good right now while you full. You ain't even worried about it when you're in a half a tank. But once it gets down to a quarter of a tank, now all of a sudden you start to wonder, I can't go that far. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it that way. Matter of fact, I might just walk this spot because now you're checking on stuff because I ain't got nothing but limited supply because it ain't no more gas after this. That's what would happen. Your economic system, that would crash. You already know the dollar here is very shaky already as a strip in the club on a Saturday night.
Right. Straight like that. Motherfuckers ain't realizing, bro. They're not realizing this for nothing in the world.
So men, it behooves you men to make sure you're getting your business together. Because all this is going on while you still trying to chase after that woman. Straight like that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You know, what the hell is this?
Because they'll say like, I don't need a man, and then but I want a man.
But yeah, so now we get the whole concept of why masculine men are so hated in this country. Because, you know, they won't see, most black women don't understand the concepts of masculine men. When they think of masculine men, they think of a man trying to control her life and trying to make her like a slave and shit like that. That's not even what masculine men is based upon. Masculine men is based upon a man taking control of his investment, his money, his way of life, and his family.
Yeah, let me pull up beside you.
Come on, bro. Come on. I knew you were going to come.
Yeah, let me pull up beside you. All right, ladies, you say, I hear you out there. Can you break it down a little further? Okay. Masculine man is when you land with him there, you know what I'm saying? At 2 a.m, you hear something downstairs, you like, you know what I'm saying? It can't be us because we up here. Babe, can you go check it out? That's masculinity getting up.
Right.
Masculinity is, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, you in the car and it's raining. You know, hit a curve and then blew out the top. You get on the phone, call your man up. Baby, I blew out the top. I'm on my way. That's masculinity on the way.
Yep, God rest the dead. Jim, Tennessee. Dane Jones said he did with his wife. God rest.
Yeah. Masculinity is right now, baby, you know what I'm saying? Ain't got this, ain't got that. The school gonna do this and the third. Don't worry about it, baby. We're gonna sit down and talk about it, and we're gonna come up with a plan. That's masculinity leading out, calming the fears and emotions of his woman.
That's right.
Now, see, the masculinity is there to enhance you, ladies. That's what it's there for. It ain't to attack you. It's the lead, guide, protect.
That's right.
It's there to make sure that you become your best. True masculinity would do that for you. It'll let you flourish underneath it. So when you're hampering yourself like this, now all of a sudden when you come independent, if it's raining out there, guess what? You got to go in the trunk out there in the rain and jack that car up and change out the top. Guess what? Now that you're independent, 2 in the morning, some downstairs, the dog is barking, but the the pocket puppy ain't gonna be able to do no damage to whatever's going on. You got to go down there now.
That's right.
Femininity says that when I'm having problems, I don't know how I'm gonna work it out. I got to go with my own mind about what's going on. And since I'm in a crazy state, ain't nobody to talk to, and I can bounce this off of her, I'm gonna end up losing my deadlines on this, that, and the third because I'm not in my right head. Because I ain't got nobody to talk with. My companion is not there for me to bounce this off of so I can understand, well, what you think about 2 + 2? Let me work that out. You know what that's for. Man, I'm glad you got that. That's what I needed. Oh, you saved me. That's masculinity.
That's right.
It ain't to hurt you, ladies. It's to help you. Same as your femininity is to help us. Because it motivates, you know what I'm saying? I got something valuable to protect. I got something valuable to provide for.
That's right.
Everybody got to step their game up. Start with everybody in the mirror, people. I'm about to light up again.
So you heard that, because see, that's the whole idea of the TV show Good Time. Let's talk about that. That was a TV show. It was on comedy status, but in reality of the comedy status of that TV show, it was a father in the home. At that particular time, TV shows that consist of black women was always single parent TV shows. You know what I'm saying? But the late Esther Rose was like, I'm not doing no TV show if I can't have a husband. Because she came from a mother and father home, a 2-parent home. Meaning that she's not used to that single parent shit. She don't believe in that. So CBS said, okay, we're gonna get a husband for you. We got this guy that used to do McDonald's commercials, and he do Broadway shows, and he was also on the TV show Maude, played Henry. And they said, see if he'll get on there. And come to find out, yeah, he'll get on there because he was playing the husband of Florida on the TV show Maude. So there was going to be a good link up again. So when they did their TV show, the first season, you seen James Ellis basically taking control of his home. Florida was at home taking care of the kids and taking care of the home, while James was out there working or trying to get a job or whatever.
But see,
the TV show did good in ratings, but the thing was, John Ames had this certain look of a strong black man being in the home, and his characteristics were so seriously played that it scared the shit out those little hat motherfuckers at CBS to where they had to call Norman Lear and tell Norman Lear to talk to John Ames about changing up his characteristics. And John Ames was like, no, I ain't changing no shit. This is who I am. This is the character I'm playing. I'm sick and tired of y'all using Jimmy Walker as a damn buffoon clown on this show. So when he spoke his line, because he wasn't the only one spoke his line, Esther Rose spoke her mind too, because she got tired of shit too. Well, John Ames spoke more on the situation than anybody. So he said that they went back and told the executives at CBS. And they said, and they told the executives told John Lear, Norman Lear, fire him off, kill him off the show. So when they came to the third season, he get a phone call. Mr. Ames, he said, yes, sir. He said, we went approved our CBS for a third season. But only one problem, you won't be in it. And John Ames said, okay then, and just hung up the phone. So they basically created this episode where James supposedly went down to Mississippi to find a job, and he got a job and everything. He was going back to on the way up to Chicago to pick the family up, but he was killed in a car wreck. A lot of people, we didn't think of it at that time to think that they killed his character off because he was too masculine of a man in a black home. And this is what the how that he don't want to show in black homes because they're too busy trying to make money off of our stupidity in black homes. So they had to kill his character off that TV show because they didn't want to show no strong black man being on the television show like that because it actually carries weight throughout the community. Even though they wouldn't say it, they wouldn't got Bill Cosby. Some people don't really consider that as George Jefferson as a strong male figure because he was always letting what's his name? Louise Jefferson that run all over him, and his own goddamn maid would run over him. So that wasn't no strong male situation. He was more like a baby male. Bill Cosby, he was all right, but he wasn't nothing like John Amos. Even Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he wasn't even close to John Amos' character. So they knew what the hell they were doing to kill off their character. So it is what it is. Yeah, all right, shit. I guess let's see, 8:14 your time, 6:14 my time. I guess we can get ahead and wrap this show up, bro. We went in an hour 42 minutes in the tank.
Sounds like a good time to get in. We got it in.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, most definitely.
Definitely.
Shout out to everybody that's watching. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't saying very much. They was watching tonight.
I appreciate everybody staying straight like that. I hope you can come away with something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, all day. Yes, sir. So do you have anything else you want to let out the cage before you get on down?
Everybody look in the mirror, make a better you. And I'm a you, back.
All day. All right, bro. Well, yeah, put it on you later.
All right, roll shalom, fam.
Peace. All right. So that's going to conclude the show, ladies and gents. I'm going to go ahead and wind it on down so I can get a little rest. I got to do a delivery in the morning. Got to get rolling again. So, all is well. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Cuzzo. Watching tonight there, Tyler. You know what I'm saying? He's always on the scene. With love. So, we go on here and wrap this thing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, as always, you know what I'm saying? Don't never let nobody tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? No, don't believe the hype. Because folks can tell you lies just because. And always use common sense. Because that's the way to work. That's the gateway to reality. Is using common sense. Anyway, so let me go and get out this thing. I'm tired as hell. I need to get some sleep. It's your boy Chaos. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night, deuces.